Hi, I'm Aeon. This is a video. What's good, everyone? How are you guys doing? Welcome back to more Geometry Dash. What we're doing today is we're going to be checking out a potential new top 10 that has recently been verified by the legend himself, Keres. It is a remake in the same style as Bloodlust, where it is taking an original level, extending it, redecorating it, and buffing the living shit out of it. And we're going to be checking it out today. We're going to try out the one and only Keres by ItsHybrid. I have to state immediately, I did say this was an AP team level a while back, and that was my mistake. I sincerely apologize for saying that. I still think this level is not the greatest level of all time. I do think it has a lot of cool value. I think it's a neat level overall. However, I'm not the biggest fan of remakes. That's just an honest opinion. You guys are allowed to like it. I think the level's cool. I really like EREBUS, which is why I want to check it out today. I think EREBUS is a fantastic level, and I've always been a huge fan of EREBUS as a whole. So we're gonna check it out. I will have to probably play it on low detail, because if we go here, try to load in the level, it's taking a little bit of time. It's 179,000 objects, which means it's pretty hefty. But we're gonna check it out. We're gonna jump into it, give it a practice run, and see what it's like. Keres says that this is around top 10. In his description, he placed it between Keres and Zodiac, I believe. So in his opinion, it's like number 6 on the Demon's list, between 5 and 10. But yeah, we're gonna check it out, give it a go, and hopefully it's pretty cool. If you're liking the channel and we're liking the content, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and please leave a like. It would really appreciate it. But let's try out Keres by ItsHybrid and more. So unlike EREBUS, you actually have to like play from this very beginning, which is interesting. I'm used to regular EREBUS where you don't actually have to play like at all. So the fact that you have to like play here is really odd. Also, this ship part in the very beginning here is very tight. I mean, it's a top 10. It's to be expected that it's gonna be really hard, but this is ooh. I always thought this little gimmick here in EREBUS was really cool, where you have to like bonk, fall down fast, and go immediately up. I always thought that was like a really cool way of doing gameplay. Oh, you actually have to like go down here, so you have to like tap so you go a little bit down so you don't hit the spike. Ooh. Like so, yeah. And then you have this monstrosity of a wave part. See, this is a little bit different, right? Because normally you would just do like just a click. Here you have to tap twice, which is a little bit different from regular EREBUS, which I appreciate. I appreciate the slight changes to EREBUS. I feel like if this was just carbon copy EREBUS and then added on an extension, it would be a little bit boring. But from what I saw from the verification video of this, there are a little bit like small differences to the gameplay itself, which I think is a good thing. I would not have liked it if it was just the exact same. That is really tight. Okay. That's much tighter than I thought it was going to be. Oh my god. That's... Okay, so these two, like, tiny cogwheels right there, you can see, they add a lot of difficulty. A lot more than I thought they were going to. Jesus. Here I thought me having beaten EREBUS was going to be an advantage, but no. Okay, so this is interesting. I want to check that out. So if we go show hitboxes here, yeah, okay, so those are just decoration. I thought those were spikes. I was like, there's no way that does not look possible. But no, those are just extended hitbox spikes, or just not extended hitboxes, but they're just extended decoration to make it look much tighter than it really is. So this part is not as hard as I thought it was gonna be. Still very tight. Don't get me wrong. Don't get the wrong idea. That's still ridiculously hard. But the fatter outline is what you're looking after here when trying to align yourself to do this ship part. Okay. Oh, they added a dual portal there. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, then we have this part. I remember this part being like super finicky for me to get down initially when I'm playing EREBUS for the first time. The only buffed part is the fact that they added these two, which doesn't really add a lot, it feels like, which is interesting. Though to be fair, this was also like one of the harder parts in original EREBUS, so it kind of makes sense. But hey, what do I know? So far, this build-up doesn't seem too bad. It's hard. It's definitely harder than original EREBUS, but if it's anything like the original EREBUS, I am assuming that this beginning does get ridiculously consistent, because I remember very vividly that I was very afraid of the original EREBUS to begin with, because the pre-drop felt like it was going to be impossible. The pre-drop in EREBUS gets very consistent, and it seems like to me that this is no different. Oh, they removed the platform. So you actually have to, like, align yourself. I actually liked that change because I always hated that platform in regular Erebus. The fact that they removed it here makes that transition way more consistent. I really like that. That's a great change. Very good change. I approve of that. All right, now we get into the hardest part of regular Erebus. So let's see how it changes. I can't tell. Are there hitboxes here? There is a platform there. Okay, so there is a platform here just like in the original. This feels easier somehow. Maybe I'm hallucinating. Maybe I've just not played Erebus and this has just not changed whatsoever. But this certainly feels easier to me, which kind of feels wrong in a way. I don't know. Can I say that it feels wrong? I don't know, dude. Okay, now, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I have no idea how to do this part. Hit that. I'm assuming there. How do you get that, actually? Oh, you do that. Okay. It looks like it's just the same as regular Erebus, except that you don't have the gravity portal and you don't have the blurred vision. That was trippy. As someone who's beaten Erebus, that part was really trippy. It's really easy. Like, when you start to remember what you're supposed to do, it's not that hard, but that felt very trippy to me. I don't know why. And then we get into the first Erebus drop. Oh, that looks hard. That wave part right there, that's nasty. Okay, so it looks like you're D-blocked at least, so that's a good... This ship part to me looks really intense. I really like this ship part. I'm not sure how I feel about the visuals of it. I really just like how this ship part flows. Like, it uses so many awkward movements and it's just, oh, this part is really cool. Visually, I find it to be like very whatever. It doesn't stand out to me too much. But the gameplay here in this ship part is swapped out a little bit, so it's not like exactly the same as regular Erebus. But this part is cool. Okay. Normally that wave is normal wave, or normal way, like regular gravity. There it was swapped. I don't know why they decided to do that. It didn't feel weird. It did feel a little bit unnatural, though, as someone who, as previously mentioned, has beaten regular Erebus. Maybe that's just me, though. I don't know. This wave is hard, like much harder than it used to be. Wow, that's a fat buff. Okay, this as well seems interesting. Okay, so you basically just hold here until you like enter it and then you release and tap that. That's how it feels like, at least. This jump is hard. What the hell? Okay. Yeah, no, this jump right here is actually so ridiculously buffed. I don't even know how to feel about it. I didn't even talk about that ship part because I passed the first attempt. That ship part feels exactly the same. Might be a little bit tighter. I don't know. It probably is. I highly doubt that ship part was not buffed in the slightest. Just because this is a buff of a level. There's no way they didn't touch it at all. Ooh. This is where it gets really fast, in my opinion. And where this is like at the point where I feel like it doesn't really feel like Erebus anymore. The thing about Erebus to me was that it was just a lot of... It was never that fast. Erebus always felt like a very cold and calculated level to me. So the fact that they just use this much fast-paced gameplay in Erebus, it just feels weird to me. I'm sure this part feels awesome to play once you, like, get it down. But my issue with it, as I mentioned, is this. It doesn't feel like Erebus. I'm sure you can make the argument, like, oh, but it's supposed to be a re-envision. But at that point, you could just, what's it called? You could just recreate a lot of the gameplay to match this. It doesn't feel the same as Erebus does, is what I'm trying to say. Interesting. That's a very interesting duel. Huh. That's cool. I like that, actually. Okay. Yeah, like this. This doesn't feel like it's Erebus gameplay. Like, sure, the gameplay itself is neat, right? Not bad gameplay. But I feel like it just doesn't fit with the vision that EREBUS originally had. It doesn't feel like something that ItsHybrid would make. I gotta figure out how to do this. I can't tap this fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Very cool. Alright, cool. I like this level, actually. The more I play this level, or the more I try it out and give it a shot, I appreciate it for what it is. I still don't think it's the most spectacular level visually of all time, and I do still disagree with the whole idea of remakes. I do not like that we are having so many remakes. I do wish that this was an original level. I think that if this was a standalone level that was not in any way, shape, or form related to EREBUS, I think this would be a very, very solid level overall. While I don't think, visually speaking, is the most impressive level of all time, I do still think it holds up quite well. Definitely rate-worthy, though I do feel like with the sheer quantity of remakes, and especially currently in the top 10, where Tartarus is a remake of Silent Akbar, Sonic Wave Infinity is a remake of Sonic Wave, The Golden is a remake of El Dorado, and a few others. I don't care to mention them all. I do have a feeling this will go unrated for a while, if not rated at all. I do appreciate the effort of trying to create a new Yada EREBUS Sonic Wave trio up in the top. We'll see what happens. I think the levels overall is pretty cool. I do appreciate it for what it is. If it does get rated, very cool. But I would not put my money on it. That's what I'm gonna say. That's where I'm gonna leave it. Neat level. I had a fun time trying it. Go check it out if you haven't already yourself. Huge shout out to Keres for verifying this beast of a level. It's been in the making for a very, very, very long time now, so it's cool to see it finally realized. So yeah, either way, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. You guys know the drill by now. I'll see you guys around. Eat your green, stay healthy, stay hydrated. Thank you for making my day better. Hope it made yours a little bit better too. Goodbye, everyone.